thought. Random thought. This is the second random thought for the day. Real life. And I'm not trying to be vulgar. I'm not trying to be petty. I'm not trying to be funny. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. And I kind of spoke about this in another video, right? So, spiritual warfare over the dick is the title. And I'm only saying this because I know it to be a fact that it goes down. It does not work. And it is also not necessary. If you are in a situation with somebody, or you in a relationship with somebody, you feel intimidated. You go to whatever spiritual system you in. Christianity, Islam, Santeria, Ifa, Voodoo, Hoodoo, whomever, the conscious, community general. Most people are fussing and fighting over the wrong concept. How are you gonna go? How are you beefing with the next dude, or how you beefing with the next female? Most people not even gonna ask themselves, how did it come about? Why does it exist? Is it an insecurity of your own? Is that person lacking something? Am I lacking something? Is that other person bringing something that I'm not bringing? All of that good stuff. Is that person willing to do something that I'm not willing to do? Is that, what that person is willing to do, is that beneath or above or in between my standards? People be going through the most. And I'm going to tell you a story. A real story. So once upon a time, I was in a situation. I was in a relationship. And I was speaking to somebody about it. And they was telling me, oh, you could do this, you could do that, you could do that. And I literally considered it. But I had to meditate on it. And I was thinking to myself, what for? If I have to do that, if I'm not going to, to the spiritual system or to the energy to correct myself, then it becomes force. It becomes a false manipulation that has to continue. I don't play like that. So, therefore, I didn't even indulge, because it's for what? For what? If I have to do something to manipulate you into loving me, then we have a technical difficulty here, because that means naturally, on a natural plane, it's not there. I'm not fitting to do that. Nobody should be fitting to do that. Y'all should not want to do that in real life. This is why I don't really dive in that. That's not my thing. People have called me, asked me to do work in those areas. I don't do that. I don't. And maybe it might have something to do with my personal feelings on it. But in all actuality and reality, usually, the glitch is, within yourself. How you feel about yourself, how you think about yourself, in that particular situation. So am I willing to bring certain things to the table to trump the other individual? Is the other individual supposed to be here? Is this the beginning of a cycle, ending of a cycle, and the start of a new one? People have problems with that. And, I'm not really too for it. Everything that, and I'm not saying this in a selfish way, but anything that you're going to do, first do it because you want to. Because you feel comfortable. If you're doing it because, you trying to just simply appease the other person, get the other person's attention, is it authentic? Did that person like you? Anything that I do it from my heart. Once you violate that and cross that, you got to go. Those are my personal rules. Those are not everybody else's rules. I'm not imposing those rules on other people. Those are my rules. Simple. Once I feel like it's, No, I'll do for you. I'll love on you. All of that. But once you make me feel like that's what this is about, then you can go. I might even shed a tear or something. But after that, your ass can go. Like, literally can go. And that's just how, that's my perspective on it. People really, they get into desperate mode and they go into these spiritual systems trying to manipulate, trying to manipulate other people's energy into doing what they want them to do. And they never look at the natural part. The person that's, in most cases, the person that's going to do the work for you, if they about money, they going to take the money and do the work for you and let you get hit with the wham-wham later on down the road, right? A person that's genuine with it is going to shut you down like, no, you might want to look into self first. That way, I don't have to get hit with the wham-wham and you don't got to get hit with it. It's that kind of thing. So you got those spiritualists that do whatever you want them to do because there's money involved. And then you got spiritualists that's going to be like, no, I'm not going to do that because let me break it down for you. And so let's see why there's a glitch, how the glitch got there, and if you want to address the glitch. And then you address it within yourself, and then vibration automatically adjusts. And that's not, I guess that's just my way of dealing with it. I'm not judging other spiritualists and how they come in, how they choose to do work. But that's just me. Period. And the thing that's crazy is it gets a little crazy because you would say, when I was younger, I would say, damn, she popping. Why is she bugging out over, oh boy. And that's how, or damn, he look good as hell. Why is he tripping? Oh, that's when I started to realize that there's a difference between like, love, and then being in love. People do not seem to be able to separate the three for some reason or another. And I had to figure that out. Now, I figured it out, I'm not going to say early, but I guess at a fairly early age. There's definitely a difference. And most people have to understand that. And there's also infatuation. So let's put the 4 in there. Like, love, in love, and infatuation. People do not seem to get or grasp the difference between the 4 for some reason. Infatuation, that's a self issue. Love is a neutral issue. In love is to be, overpowered by it. Like is just simply like. I like you, you can go, you can come back. I can kick it with you, I cannot kick it with you, it doesn't matter. Infatuation is something like in an addiction apartment. Like, you have to figure out, why am I so infatuated with this individual? People get infatuated with individuals. People. That's the issue. Then comes the possessiveness, right? What are you possessive over? Are you possessive because you like the person? Are you possessive because you're in love with the person? Are you possessive because you love the person? Or are you possessive because you're infatuated? Are you, possessive of the person because you actually care and you want to protect the person? Or are you possessive of the person because you want to have, you have a position or a particular title or, group of individuals that view a particular, like, people have to really think about these things. People don't think about these things. People have to think about these things yet. And then, they pass judgment on other people. How? People get married and don't even know why they're married to an individual in real life. I mean, is that simple? And it's crazy to say, but it's true. People literally marry people, get married to each other, and both parties don't even know what the other party's intentions truly are. Like, come on, stop it. Anyway, that's my random thought. That's my second random thought for today. I'll see y'all later. Deuces.